Hey there, lovely people.
Well, hello, you lovely blue-haired feminist.
I want to apologise for not having a video up the last week or so.
Well, you should be sorry. Don't you know I've been waiting on bated breath for your next video?
So, with that out of the way, let's start this. A commenter on my street harassment video said that women should take precautions to avoid getting harassed.
Well, that sounds pretty realistic. I mean, we should all take reasonable precautions in our lives.
Now, firstly, this is a prime example of victim blaming. I mean, you're telling people to do certain things to avoid getting attacked. As if being attacked is some natural occurrence and is bound to happen unless you do something about it. Which it isn't. It's scumbags attacking people. You shouldn't have to take precautions to avoid getting attacked.
What? Taking precautions is not victim blaming. Protecting yourself is not victim blaming. It's being a responsible adult. My life is full of precautions that I've taken because I know that I do not control the outside world. Here are a few examples. I have homeowner's insurance to protect me in the unlikely event that my house burns down. I wear a seatbelt and have car insurance to protect me in the unlikely event that I get in a car wreck. I have life insurance, short and long-term disability, and health insurance, all as precautions against things that I cannot control. I have a short and long-term food supply in case of some type of natural disaster. When I'm able to, I carry a concealed firearm in the very unlikely event that I have to protect myself or others from someone who intends to do serious bodily harm. These are all precautions that I take because I'm an adult. And I understand that there are all sorts of forces in the world that I cannot predict or control, whether it be a natural occurrence or a scumbag. Do you know who runs through life completely oblivious to the possibility of unforeseen hazards? Children. Now, being the good family fox that I am, I have a little kit of my own. Let's say that one day my youngin's best friend, the badger, was out playing and ran out into the middle of the road and got run over by a car. That would be a tragedy. But according to you, if I sat down with my little kit and explained to her the dangers of running out into the road, using the accident of her friend the badger as an illustration, you would say that's victim blaming.
However, this isn't the only reason that comment bothered me. Women already take so many precautions to avoid getting harassed. So telling them to take precautions is a null comment. We shouldn't have to, but it's kind of necessary now. So what do? I don't hear you ask because you're the other side of the internet. We go to places in groups, like going to a public bathroom.
Holy shit! One of the great mysteries of life has just been answered. Why do women go to the bathroom in groups? It's to protect them against all the rapists hanging out in the women's bathroom.
Or walking down the street, going shopping. We carry pepper spray and rape whistles with us, and in some places pepper spray is illegal. I have some friends who carry mini deodorants in their bag to act as pepper spray.
Seriously, I listened to that 10 times, and my best guess is mini yogurts? I really don't think that's what she said, and I have no idea how a yogurt cup could make good pepper spray.
We have safety calls on dates. Whether it's going to the bathroom and calling up your friend to say, please call me, I need an out, or it could be a pre-arranged call with a code word.
I've never heard of a safety call, but what you just described is an escape call. A way to politely get out of a bad date. Lots of people do it, both men and women. And it has far more to do with not spending a miserable evening with someone you don't like than with your physical safety.
We pretend to have a boyfriend when someone won't leave us alone, because for some reason the only way that some guys can get it into their heads that you don't want to be talked to is because you belong to another guy.
No, it's because in most cases, now try to wrap your head around this, single men are interested in dating single women.
And the last precaution I'm going to talk about today is walking home with your keys between your knuckles. Not only could you easily jab someone with them if someone comes up to attack you, but you have your keys in a hand ready to enter your car or your house or wherever without having to fumble around, because Quite often, if someone's following you, they will wait until you're fumbling around.
Now, if you want to carry your keys in your knuckles as a precaution, that's fine with me. Like I said, I like to carry a gun. But as a man, I know that I will most likely live out my entire life never needing to use that gun. I say that as a man. And as a man, I am far more likely to be a victim of violent crime than a woman is. I have two charts here. The first depicting violent crime as a whole. I know these numbers are now 10 years old, but they're the best charts I was able to find. From what I understand, the crime rate has continued to fall, but not as steeply. Violent crime across the board has fallen precipitously. The second one showing that men are more likely to be victims of violent crime than women. And even here, violent crime against both genders has fallen sharply. The fact is, my dear, that you are far safer out on the streets than your mother was at your age. I know this flies in the face of everything you've been told, but it's true. I think it's shameful that women and girls are conditioned to think that there are attackers hiding in every shadow, just waiting to drag them away. The fact is that women, and men for that matter, are safer now than they have been in decades. Since my visual charts are so old, I included in the description 2 additional articles, one from 2008 and another from 2014, that discuss how men are more likely to be victims of violent crime.
If you're someone who says that women wouldn't get harassed if they took these precautions and more, then you're a crappy person. You really are.
No, it means that you recognize that there are crappy people out there. And even though their numbers are declining, it's likely that there always will be.
I'm going to leave some more tips on how to be cautious in the description because some women don't know all these things, and yeah, I want to help them in case the need ever arises. But yeah, I hope that no one ever has to use these things.
I hope so too, and it's likely that they won't. But I always advocate that people take reasonable precautions to protect themselves against any eventuality. Well, that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm the Fox, and that's what the Fox said.